Good morning. My name is Tom. I come to you from the Rustic log cabin in Northern Maine. Let's talk about saving some money. Let's talk about saving some money and looking forward to the future. Things could look a lot different. Things could look a lot different around here in another 10, 15 years. You know, they got this AI thing going on now. And who knows what kind of lifestyle changes that's going to bring. I with my wife's cancer, we get down to Boston every 3 months for testing. So I get to see, what it's like outside of the state of Maine. And not necessarily the whole state of Maine, because southern Maine is quite busy here in the state. But northern Maine is pretty laid back. The roads are pretty laid back. A lot of times I purposely take the back roads. Less traffic, a lot more stuff to look at and scenery and stuff. So I can't really understand life in California. I can't understand life in New York. I'm sure I would be a fish out of water. Just like a lot of those people coming here to this cabin would be a fish out of water. Everybody thinks it's probably pretty simple, pretty easy to come to a place like this and do nothing. That couldn't be further from the truth. If you're coming to the country because you think you're going to do nothing, whether it's at a camp or you're going to buy a house up here and you're going to live happily ever after, it's not going to happen that way. This is a very harsh climate to make a living in, north of southern Maine, in the state of Maine. And when you get up here, it's even more harsh. There are no jobs. There are no factories. There are no tourist trap stores. None of that stuff exists up here. Zero. None of it. You've got a couple of pocket areas, Bangor, Presque Isle, Holton. But outside of that, you are in rural Maine, and you're not gonna find that. So, and I was raised in a small town like that. So, I one of my classmates I was talking to last night, and she was talking about 7 girls in her class. She was a grade ahead of me. So I said, I'm amazed that you remember that, because I don't remember it. I do remember that our classroom, as far as kids went, and that was from grade 1 right through grade 12, never exceeded 20. Never. And in the grade schools, before we went to high school, was even less than that. So for me to even think that I could even think about what it would be like to be in a classroom of, say, Massachusetts, or some of these other, Boston, some of these other big areas with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of students, and I couldn't, and even the way people live, so I couldn't. So I can only talk about my lifestyle, and it's been this way my whole life. Quiet, peaceful, drive on back roads. I drive on back roads with very little traffic. I take a road up here it's a long, boring road, because it's just trees and stuff. There's nothing really to look at, just straight on going to get here. And every once in a while, I might run into 1 or 2 vehicles on that. It's probably a 50-mile stretch of road. I might run into 1 or 2 vehicles that I can pass fairly easy, because I'm a sailing on that road. I don't have my foot off a gas pedal, that's for darn sure. So if I get one in front of me, I sail on by so I can keep the pace up at 60, 70 miles an hour. Just to on my way to camp, and I don't want to waste any time. So I was thinking about that the other day, and I talk about stuff on this video, try this and try that. But you might live in a place where you literally cannot try this and try that. So if that's the case, then I don't know how to fix that in these videos other than keep talking about my lifestyle here at the cabin here in the state of Maine. And we opened up here with saving money. If you go to my playlist, you'll come to a playlist, Old School Cooking. I think it is Old School Cooking with Tom. Go in there and look at some of them recipes. It's eating on a dime, whether it's for one person or whether it's for a family of 10. I eat stuff like meat pies and stuff like that. And I go through making the meat pie. You know, and we're not talking we're talking a pie that's stuffed with beef stew is all it really is. A beef stew mixture baked into a pie. Fancy eating on a dime as far as I'm concerned. Easy to do, easy to cook. Up here at the cabin I have a camp stove oven you put on top of the stove, and you put your pie in there to bake the crust. And it doesn't take long. But it's just a great meal. It's a great meal. It's, you know, I get on this because I see video after video, and everybody you run into, groceries are so expensive. Groceries are so expensive. I think they're expensive because of how you're eating. With me, it comes a point where I say enough. I will do without before I'll pay top dollar for something. I will go figure a different meal out. I'll go figure out a different ingredient for that meal. I'll stay away from that stuff. I've talked about it in plenty of videos, and you'll see it. If you go check out that Old School Cooking, you'll see there's no skimping on good food. I eat good. I eat too good. I eat too good as far as that goes. Granted, there's a lot of wild meat in there, but it's not all wild meat. I pick and choose when I buy stuff at the grocery store. A lot of times that will be after a holiday, after Thanksgiving. Sometimes there's extra turkeys and good prices on them. After Easter, same deal there. There's hams left over in the grocery store. So there'll be, you got to go a couple days afterwards. You got to hit it right. You got to hit it right, but you can save money there. Another good holiday people forget about is St. Patrick's Day. If you go into the grocery store after St. Patrick's Day, corned beef. You go in the bottom of my freezer. There's a ton of corned beef down there. Because I was able to purchase, and it keeps forever. That stuff is shrink wrapped in an airtight container with all those spices and everything cooked in. It cooks. And I use it for a lot. That corned beef, if you look at them videos, I've turned that corned beef into beef jerky before. Right here at the cabin out in that smoker. So it's just a cut of meat that can be used for that. It's a cut of meat that can be used for New England boiled dinner. It's a cut of meat that you could just plain cook up and eat it, you know, like you would anything else. But by going into the stores after those holidays and getting a deal on it, and when you do come across the deal, fill up on it. You know, if there is a deal and things are on sale, fill up on it. That's what I do, and then go home. I have a vacuum sealer, vacuum seal it up, put it in the freezer, and then pick away at it at a cheaper price. You know, but I stay away from the high end. I always stay away. And if it's something I can make myself, I make it myself. Whether it be pancake mix, make that from scratch. I did a video the other day about that. Simple, easy to do. All the ingredients you use for a lot of other things in your kitchen. That's the way it was before everything went to manufacturers supplying all of your foods. and people lost the ability and skills to be able to cook. You know, bring that skill back to yourself. If you don't have to be a mechanic, you don't have to be a construction worker, you don't have to be anything. If you're not eating good at home and your prices are too high, then bring back the skill of cooking into your kitchen and buy ingredients that cost pennies on the dollar. Bring that back. You hear me often talk about a pot of beans. You're never going to eat cheaper than putting on a pot of beans. You can throw in a ham hock in there and for $7, $8, you get your beans for $3 or $4. Throw in an onion, throw in your spices, and you're not going to eat cheaper than that if you're a family of 4 or a family of 8 or just yourself. You know, I try to cook 1 day a week, especially during the summer months, but even in the wintertime, here at the cabin as well as at home. I'll put on something big and then I'll divide it up, and that'll be my cooking and my eating for the week. So it's not like you got to come home every night after work and do a full-fledged meal. Cook ahead of time. Cook that pot of beans. Have it as a side dish. Here in the state of Maine, it's been a long time since I've been out to breakfast, but some of your northern restaurants, it was a side of New England baked beans on the side of breakfast. You know, you get your eggs, you get your bacon, and then sometimes there'd be a side of baked beans, depending on what town you was in and what restaurant you stopped in. Like I said, you're never going to get any cheaper than that. Cornmeal, cornmeal's another good one. If you don't have cornmeal in your pantry, you ought to rush out and get some. I buy that in the bulk. So much you can do with cornmeal. You can eat it in the morning as a porridge. It cooks so easy. You can cook it, you can let it stand, and it'll get stiff when you're making like a porridge. And then you can cut it up into little slices, like little slices of bread, and throw that in a cast iron frying pan and fry that up in the morning with some butter. Oh man, that just plain hits the spot. Then you got the skill of making cornbread. That's a New England staple and dirt cheap to make. Like I said, I purchased my cornmeal in the bulk. There's not too far from, it's an hour away, but there's one of those grain stores that sells in the bulk, so I'll go there and purchase that. And there's one not too far, the same thing here, 40 minutes away. There's one not too far from here. An hour away from here is a place that grows, dries, and sells beans, your cooking beans. And you can buy them in a 10-pound bag, or you can buy them in a 20-pound bag. Right there beside the road. Put the money in the can and away you go. But eat dirt cheap that way. You know, so there's many, many ways to still eat really good without breaking the bank. And mainly I want to push here in this video is go back and watch my videos, number one. Go back and watch that playlist and get in there and decipher it, because those are all very, very simple restaurant recipes, because they're all done right here at the cabin. Every single one of them. There's not a recipe in my Papa's recipe book that's not cabin friendly. That means Dutch oven friendly. That means on top of the wood stove. That means in the camp oven. So if I can do it here at the cabin, then you can definitely do it at home. And they're all simple ingredients that marry themselves with lots of other stuff. So it's not like you gotta go to the grocery store every time and re-buy for a new recipe. You just don't have to do that. So, but that's all I want to put in here. Plus we're getting up to 14 minutes. I could go on and on and on about this topic, because I do think that most people are paying too much for groceries. I do think that. And I do think that learning how to do without, or learning how to change your taste buds, is the secret to getting a lower grocery bill, as well as learning the skill of how to cook. I'm not saying learn how to cook gourmet meals. I'm not a gourmet cook, but I can cook you a meal that'll make your taste buds slap the back of your head trying to get back to the pot to get another bowl. So let that sink in a little bit. I'm going to continue on with this topic here for a while because I think things are changing, and I think you better plan for the future. I don't really believe in the crap hitting the fan, because I believe the crap hit the fan a long time ago, and we've been living in it anyways. So any video that's preparing you for when the crap hits the fan is missing the boat. They're missing the boat by a country mile. The crap has already hit the fan. It was a long time ago. So don't worry about the crap hitting the fan, but do plan for things to be expensive in the future. You know, and you can either learn now and start putting your ingredients together, or you can learn in the future when things are a whole lot worse, if that's the way that we're headed with all this new technology that's coming down the road. You better put aside a few old skills, old skill school cookings. Like I said, simple camp meals. So hey, have a sip of coffee with me on your way out, and you guys have a great day, and I hope you find this stuff helpful. If you do find it helpful, leave me a little tidbit in the comments, as well as throw me a bone and subscribe to the channel. We've been going a long time, and I've been trying to supply this information for a long time, and a lot of the stuff people don't really want to watch, but I really think it's important to get it out there, not only for the one person that does want it, but for my family and my grandkids, my grandsons. I want to throw them as much ammunition for skills as I possibly can. So hopefully these videos will do that same thing for you, and you guys have a great week.